Hello, welcome back to my shop. Hey, this is just going to be a really quick little video. I wanted to do this for a while and just never took the time to do it. Neighbor lady came over a few days ago, and said she couldn't see the screen on her laptop. So I did the shine the light on it like this thing, and see if I could see it, and sure enough, the little symbol was in the middle and everything was fine, but backlight didn't work. Got another backlight, one of these things, inverter for it. This is from an Dell 630D, old dual core, and that didn't work, so I ended up I had to get her a new screen because the actual backlight in this is bad. And I decided, you know what, let's find out why, because I know these go bad, and basically it's a little fluorescent tube, a cold fluorescent tube, and I wanted to find out what happened to it. So I tore it apart, and it was also kind of an experiment to see if indeed you could get the backlights out of these, put them back together again, replace them, put them back together again, and have them work. And I would say the answer to that is yes, but no. Maybe you can, but it would be a really hard job, and your chances of success are going to be, I would say, on the no way end of 50%. So, but anyway, I tore this all apart, and here's what I found. I thought it was kind of interesting. The backlight comes in through this little plug here, off of the that end of the inverter, the little inverter module that produces the high voltage, and comes into this little plastic piece. Let's get down here a little bit. Yeah, can we see that? Yeah, we can see that. This little plastic piece, and it goes down inside, and since there's only one of these, there's only one backlight, one light in this one, so it shines from the bottom up. So basically, I took the thing apart, and this is harder than you think. These things are like glued, screwed, and put together pretty well. You have to take the screws out of here, bend up little tabs over here on the corners, a bunch of other stuff. Widen that out a little more. And then almost break off the little pieces. That's why I'm saying I don't think this would work if you actually wanted to replace them, at least not in this model. And then if you pry up all the little catches, and there's several of them here around the screen, yeah, and they lock pretty well, but then I suppose they would have to, wouldn't they? I mean, this thing's supposed to keep the screen in. So pull them around there and there and there, and over on this side too, and then this piece comes off, more or less like that, and flops down, and then you got this little tray with the wires running across from the inverter, and that goes across over to this end. And here's what I found. Let's see if we can. A little burnt chunk. Well, okay, that's kind of interesting. So I took this off, got it out of the way, and if you pry, let's see, we'll just go in here. If you pry over here on this end and kind of pull things apart, like I said, this is not a do it and put it back together thing, and pull on this little rubber piece here that's got a little metal piece around it that fits into the hole, and you're very careful, and I mean very careful, you can pull it out. Here, I'll show you. See, there it is. Pull this out. Now, it would pull out you'd have to actually take more apart here, because this wire here would be attached to the other end. So in order to get this out, and if it wasn't burnt off, you'd have to take this whole strip out here, because it's buried inside, which means that you'd have to take that all apart. Alright, so basically what I got when I took it all apart is that, let's see, that's the end I got. So this little tube that produces all the backlight for the computer screen, that end burnt, whoops, right off of that end after so much use. I didn't realize they got hot enough to do that. Here's how they attach. If you look over here, come on, focus. Focus. Okay, yeah, see? That's how it attaches through that little piece of rubber there that slides up inside over, you know, over on the side here. There's supposed to be another one, which there is. Well, parts of it, it destroyed itself. It got cooked. So, but that's, I just thought that was kind of interesting that there's the tube that lights up the whole, that's the whole backlight for a single tube model. And basically it's just a cold cathode fluorescent tube. Very bright too, these things are. Anyway, so what do you think? I'm going to say no. You're not going to replace that and put it back in and be even 50% sure that it's going to work. I mean, let's face it, you have to manhandle this thing to begin with. You got this piece down here that says do not touch, and you got to split all of the tape here, and this is some more aggressive tape, and pull it apart and get this piece out. And like I said, if you wanted to actually get this out of here, let's see. I mean, this thing is destroyed anyway, so I'm telling you, those little hooks, they are something else. So you'd have to, let's see if I can figure this out. Get this rubber get this little metal slide. Okay, here we go. You'd have to take this little metal slide piece, pull it off, and it's got little rubber baby buggy bumpers holding it in down here, because the thing slides through there. Pull it off, get a new tube, stick it down inside of there, put this thing back together, and no, that just isn't happening. No way. You're not going to do that. I don't think you're going to do that successfully. But while I got this thing apart like this, I don't know if how many of you have actually ever seen how they make an LCD screen. These things are kind of cool. I mean, there's a lot of pieces to them. We've got, here's the front of the screen itself, the part that you look at, which is glass. Let's see if I can get this apart. There we go. There's your screen. Now, there's no way I don't think, where'd my light go? If you look up through here, see if I can get it so it's not, I don't know, can you see the little dots? I don't know if you can or not. I'll see if I can pull this up in post. But see the little dots? Those are all the little thousands upon thousands of little LCDs in this thing. And they are all controlled and turned on and off through all of these connections along the edge here. Some of them go this way, and some of them go this way. So you tell the computer tells this stuff on here, this chip, which is a, I don't know, View Magic or something. What does it say? Wise View LRX 4311X2A. Okay. It tells it, alright, I want you to, on the horizontal, let's just pretend this is the horizontal section. On the horizontals, I want you to turn on the 64th one up, and on the, horizontal ones going this way. And I want you to turn on the 59th one going this way, so it'll light up where those two cross. Well, light it up. Actually, no, it doesn't. It just makes it darker, or a different, in different colors. Because these are color screen, of course, it'll have the red, green, and blue, and it'll turn on the red, green, blue, or a combination of them to get the color that you want. But you won't be able to see it unless there's a light in the bottom, or on the sides, or in the top, or both, top and bottom, or both sides. You won't be able to see it unless the light is lighting up the back of it. And the way they do that is through a piece of, well, in this case, a couple of pieces of basically light pipe. The light comes in, of course you would make that noise. The light comes in through the bottom here, shines up on the edge of this piece. Here. Shines up through this piece of kind of dusky glass, or plastic. Everything is glued down very well here, so I can't really get it out. But it's not. See that? If I do this to it, see how it lights straight across there? And it'll also light like that. Well, it shines across there, that light shines across there, and then the dispersion, these are not technical terms, these are my words. These two pieces of plastic, one of them is just kind of, you can see through it, it's translucent, and then the other one is actually, it's polarized, so that the light goes through in one direction only, and in this case vertical. But I mean, that's how they do it. That's how they get the light from one little light source on the bottom to reflect, and it reflects off this very white background back here, and then it gets dispersed through here, further dispersed through this layer, which is kind of like a lens, and then smoothed out through this and shines onto the back of your actual LCD screen, so that the light comes from the back and goes lights up everything except the parts that have turned dark colors, or a color, or black, or yellow, or red, or blue, or whatever the heck it is that you're trying to get in here. That's how these work. Now, just for another little quick piece of information, this is called this is called direct lighting. There's another word for it, I'll look it up here in a minute. So you've got the red, green, and the blue making the light coming, or on this, with the light coming from the back of it shining at you. This is not the same as the colors we use for print. If you want good print colors, you use reflective color set, which is cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, to get all of your colors, because reflective colors are different than the colors with the light coming from behind them and coming through to see you. It's a whole different set of colors that they use. That's why good printers, all printers now, use cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. So anyway, trivia stuff. Nobody needs to know that. Does the printer work good? Yep, got it. Okay. Anyhow, there you go. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. If you got anything to say, or if I did this wrong, or you got complaints, fine. I'm always up for learning. Anyway, thanks for watching.